Top of the morning, drivers, professional drivers, any and everybody that's got to go to work. I know the feeling of that. I used to be an electrician, working on poles, commercial, industrial. That weather can get you. I like it better here because, well, at least when it's hot outside, you can turn the AC on. That's kind of cool. And sun doing a little glaring. And when it's cold outside, you can turn the heat on. So I'm kind of grateful of that. But on the other hand, I want to talk about programs that carriers have. And you can comment down below and let me know your take on maybe a company you heard about, maybe a company that you worked with, their programs for getting your CDLs. So this is just going to be a little quick tutorial on companies and a company I work for that has an outstanding CDL program. Now, as you can see, after I get up in the morning, I like to make my bed back up, because if you don't make your bed, then you don't feel like nothing's accomplished. You gotta get your little water bottles. You make a little mess throughout your ride, so I gotta, clean up a little bit of that stuff. But I like to have a clean truck. I like to have a clean truck. As y'all can see, I'm gonna give y'all one more good look at the purple grate. Once again, I'm carrying Target trailer, run dedicated. It's my baby right here. Yeah, it's my baby. So we sitting right outside of the Pilot, about an hour south of Wichita. So I just did a drop in Yukon, Oklahoma, which wasn't bad. So let's just get back to the main topic here. Main topic, once again, I got something for you. If your company, and this the honest truth, if your company has a better program than what Riverside Transport has, and this is true facts, and if you comment and say yours is better, then I'm a fact check. And if yours is better, then I cash app you $25. I would say the Pilot gift card, but I don't have the time to be trying to go to the mailbox and send that off and blah, blah, blah. So what I'm going to do is, my word, $25, I'm going to cash app you. I'm going to send you a message. You send me your cash app info, and I'm going to get it right to you. So what we're going to do today is talk about Riverside Transport. Now, excuse me a little bit. I got to take me a Halls. This weather been kicking my butt, man. I walked into a Pilot the other day, and they just had it freezing. And I walked back out to the humidity, and I just felt it. I said, man, my sinus is about to start. My allergy, oh man, it's about to be terrible. So that's where we are with that. So forgive me if I sound a little different today, but let's talk about this program. Let's get into it. My name is Brandon Robinson, former electrician, former electrical tech, automation tech. I worked from radar, sonars, navigation, weapon systems for the Navy, to the Tesla plant, well, the Gigafactory in Reno, Nevada, with Sparks, Nevada. It's right outside of Reno. Did heavy commercial, light industrial, heavy industrial, light commercial, and residential. Did that for about 15 years, walked away. And I told you that story before. I wanted to be closer to the family instead of being away for 6 months at a time on a contract. especially with being newly married, with a brand new son. So I never had really an attachment to my other kid because things happen and I always had to travel. So I was really never there, even though I thought that money could replace that. But our relationship with my daughter, oh man, it's fantastic. We talk and text every day like we homies. So the respect is there. So getting back to the program, Riverside Transport, my wife started this program about getting your CDLs. Now, mind you, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you got a better program or your company or you know somebody else company that does, I will send you $25. You know what? We should up the ante. Let's up the ante. Because I think this program is so dope. Excuse me once again. I think this program is so dope. And I don't think anybody can beat it. I don't think anybody can beat it. But if it now this is for companies. Not like, you know, you got a homeboy or homegirl that got a truck and they like, oh, let me just teach you and you go take the test. Now, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about full-size, legitimate company. You got to go through all the dot your I's, cross your T's, all that. I'm going to up the ante. I do $100. $100. Because I'm going to tell you this program is off the chain. So, getting back to the program is I had a Florida license. I walked away from doing electrical. Sat at home for a while, tried to figure out what I'm going to do. Talk to the wife. So what I did was I wanted to go take my physical. I surrendered my Florida license for a Missouri license. So I wanted to go get the permit. So I took the test. Knocked that out. Got my permit. They onboarded me. They got me situated with the company policies. Put me in a truck with a driver, with a trainer. I'm sorry. Well, a driver too, but a certified trainer, truck driver. John Douglas. Loved this guy to death. So he looked at me. I got in the truck after we introduced ourselves. Sat in the passenger seat. Excuse that one. Got my water bottles there because, you know, sinuses draining and the allergies and it's crazy. But thank God, no COVID. So let's get back to the program at hand. So I sat in the seat for 2 weeks, passenger seat, running local. And I think every driver needs to go back to local because I think, and this is my personal take, I could be wrong, so let me know in the comments below if I'm wrong. But I think when companies take these guys and females for the CDLs and they get the test, and then they throw them on the road. Oh, you got it? Cool. Boom. You're on the road. I've got out and helped myself because I'm not that type of dude. But I got out and I assisted some of these drivers. And I look at some of their techniques. And it's like, it shouldn't take you that long to back in, even though you got to do your goal. I tell everybody, man, if I got to sit for 10 minutes while you back up, that's cool. But sometimes I'm looking at the situation like, you oversteering. And my trainer always told me, less is more. Before I go any further, I want to give a shout out to a channel called Hanging with Ro. Go check her channel out. Once again, I got my bed sheet, my candles, as y'all can see it. I got my laundry tote, and I got a few other little things by watching her channel. It's called Hanging with Ro. She shows you different places Bed Bath & Beyond, Target, Dollar Tree, Dollar General. I don't know if she did Walmart, but I kind of stay away from Walmart because there's other places that have better quality and better deals. So go check her channel out, Hanging with Ro. So anyways, getting back to what I was saying. I think they need to have them doing local runs for about a month or two. And the reason why I say that is because you get a better technique. Your technique, you hone on your technique. And I've been recruited a few times about my driving technique. And guy got out for Tyson. One guy for Tyson got out and was like, "How long have you been driving?" And he said, "Normally I don't, really do too much talking to drivers." And I said, "Well, it'll be a year coming up at this time in about 3 more months." And he was like, "Man, it's just your proficiency, like the way you just looked at your angles and back. Oh man, We talked. I told him about the program. He was like, "Wow, I like that." So that's why I'm getting back to you with this for. If your company got a better better program, I cash up you $100. So I sat in the seat for 2 weeks, and he asked me. He said, "Do you want to drive automatics or manuals?" And he broke it down, the difference between automatics and manuals. And he said, "You know what? We're going to learn on 10 speed." I said, okay. So the company issued us a 10 speed. Now, mind you, Riverside Transport, all their vehicles come with APU units, refrigerators, even company trucks. You don't have to be an owner-operator in the LP. Company trucks get the same accommodations. Loaded to the max, loaded. So they got us a 10-speed. Okay, they had a few, but some of the drivers like driving manuals. So they got us one. So after 2 weeks, he put me in there. So we're running through Lawrence, Kansas, Topeka, Kansas, St. Joseph, Missouri. Trying to think of a few other places. But through the metro area of Kansas City, Missouri, and Kansas City, Kansas. So I'm going up hills, down hills, round corners. And he's teaching me the double clutch system, how to upshift, downshift. When you're starting to hear the engine wants to bog a little bit, how to downshift, how to read the tach. If you're going 25 miles an hour, you should be at 7 speed. And he broke down what's 5 plus 2. And 5, 6, 7. That's 7. I should be in 7 speed. 7 gear. And I said, wow, okay. So he kind of broke a lot of that stuff down. 15 miles an hour was 5 plus 1. 6. I should be in 6 gear. Wow, cool. It took me a lot longer. Now, not to get off subject, I'm going to tell you how this program worked. For 2 months, I started February. I took my test in May. So, at this rate, I'm getting $26 an hour. $26 an hour to be in a truck with a trainer from the beginning to the end, running local. This is no classroom. This is on-the-job training because a lot of people are hands-on experience. And that's nothing wrong with that. Some people are visual. Some people can look at a book and be like, got it. Me, I'm both because of me dealing with blueprints when I was doing electrical work, me actually being in the field, hooking up transformers, converters, UPS systems, the whole shebang. So I kind of get it both ways. And I didn't have a problem with that. But at this point, I'm getting $26 an hour, 40 hours a week, 50 hours a week, or 60. You got 70 on your clock. And sometimes we stayed a little bit afterwards, after making our runs, to Budweiser or to Mizcan, where they do all the ragu sauce, and Lawrence Paper out of Lawrence, Kansas. So I'm doing a lot of local runs, going through cities, doing rush hour, doing morning traffic, midday traffic, I mean, the whole works. Excuse me for a second. Let me spit this out because I think it's doing a lot of interference. Take a little swig of this real quick. Excuse me. I bet y'all ain't seen one of these in a while. Yeah, I like the RC. I like the throwback stuff, but not to get off the subject. So for 2 months, I'm running the whole program with this driver, this trainer. Excuse me, I keep saying driver, but he is a professional driver, professional trainer. And I'm learning the whole shebang bang. Pre-tripping every morning, every morning. I mean, going from the front of the cab to the back, because you never know what they're gonna drill you on. So you gotta be prepared for everything. We going from the front of the cab, from the front of the truck, to the back of the cab, to the fifth wheel, to the trailers. Even the trailers, we pre-tripping the trailers to the max. And it was every morning. Get into the truck, do the same thing, in-cab inspection. Sometimes he would take certain things out the truck just to see. Sometimes he'd put tape on certain things, like red electrical tape or blue electrical tape. And every morning, for the crucial components, you have to take them off. So if he goes back behind you and you ain't take the tape off, you got to start it all over again. Process all over. It was rudimentary. Back and forth. So, no classroom. The classroom was here. Where I'm sitting at right now. Classroom is here. We went to go take the test in Missouri. And you had Snyder. You had, I think Swift was there. Don't get me lying, but I think they were. You had Warner. And you had one more big major company. JB Hunt. That's who was there. And JB Hunt, they were, all the instructors, when it's test day, they all sit at a picnic table back in the back. And you got the DMV that's right across the street. And you got the waste management, I believe it was, or the waterworks company. At this time, everybody comes outside because they want to see, like, these truck drivers doing a test. Like, it's a big show. A lot of you not. It's a big show. And they looked at him, and this is what he told me. They asked him, how long has he been driving? And he said, we started in February. This is May. I gotta look at my license again. I gotta look at my license again. Give me a second, because they gave me a paper copy. So issue 5/26. I think that's when I went to go get the hard copy, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, the paper copy was expired. So when I went in, that's when they issued me the hard copy. Once again, y'all, excuse me, I apologize. So he told them what broke down Riverside Transport, RTI's program. And they said, you gotta be, excuse my French, I don't want to say bad words, you gotta be S-ing me. Our drivers have been in here for months and months and months. They do like 2-3 months of like classroom, from what one of the guy was saying, and then the driving was like 4 or 5 months. I don't quote me, but went in there. I mean, they looked at how I taught the inspector. Because he always told me, he said, just pretend they don't know. You teach them about the truck. There was a standing ovation. I'm not trying to get no cootie points, no kudo points, no nothing. I'm just telling you, that's how well trained he had me. And I'm sitting there directing. It's gear driven. I mean, I'm just going in. And I looked at one of the guys because they had 3 trucks lined up at this time. And I looked at one of the guys, and he was kind of panicking. And I stopped what I was doing. I lied to you not, because I'm a good-hearted nature person. I learned that from my family. I stopped what I was doing. And I said, hey, you teach them. You got it. You doing, don't overthink it. Before you end it, just go back and just run it over again. But just act like they don't know. Just teach them. After that, he was like, I appreciate that. Boom. He got his wits together. He flew through it. Now, for me, I'm in there, running through it. And the guy looked at me and was like, let's drive. So they gave me three of the tests. One was the offset. The straight back was first. The straight back, the offset, driver side offset, and it was no, excuse me, it was 4. It was 4. It's been so long. I'm sorry. Get back. The passenger side parallel, and then it was the driver side 90 backing. And swoop through that. Then he said, well, it's time to get on the road. Well, I had a problem because the truck sprung a leak. So we had about, I think, like 45 minutes because there was an inspector. She was kind of, we're not going to go there. She was just doing her job. But she was doing it. You know how some people do their job and go overboard? That's what she did. She was going overboard. So just so happened we had another truck en route that was making a delivery that was also a 10-speed. Gave them a call, said, hey, we're on the way. Talked to our dispatchers. They said, we're going to route them to you right now. Don't worry about it. Got the truck, dropped the trailers. We swapped out, got back into the process, jumped on the road. I literally got probably 2 miles up the road. The inspector said, let's get off on this exit. We're going to turn back around and park it. I've seen enough. I got back so quick that the other companies thought I failed. And when I got out, I was kind of like, I'm gonna play with my instructor. Now at this time I don't know what the other guys are talking about. The other carriers at this time. Mind you, I'm getting this information after everything has been said and done. So I get out and I want to give him a look, and he gets out and he's walking towards me. He's like, what's going on? What happened? So you see, like, the other instructors, they're starting to get up to kind of like ear hustle a little bit to see what's going on. And the inspector gets out and he throws a thumbs up. And my instructor ran over to me and gave me like one of the biggest hugs. We broke down in tears because this was an experience. Like, we fought day in and fought day out. Like, sometimes he called his wife. And his wife was, I believe, head of recruiting. And sometimes he'd call his wife and say, hey, we're going to stay back over an extra hour. RTI, they have another dock in the back where they invested in cones. And they have docks, and they got areas where you can perform everything you need to perform for a CDL pretest, for a test. So it was nice that, I shut the truck off and got out and was pissed off, and I was hot and I was mad because I was doing too much, and he worked with me. 2 months. We got it down packed. Still getting paid $26 an hour. $26 an hour. $26 an hour. With this program they started. No money up front. No, you got to pay classroom. See, I don't even know what the schoolings are. I don't know if you got to pay up front or pay money. I don't know, because I didn't have to go through that. I got paid hourly. Excuse me. I got paid hourly. So they asked him, like, only 2 months? No classroom? No, nothing. The truck. Everything that I would need to do in a truck or in the classroom, because I don't know what the classrooms are. But everything that he knew that I would have to do in the classroom, like, he taught me everything about the geotag. Everything about the geotag. He taught me everything about, let me show y'all this. My trip envelopes. My trip envelopes. What to do with my access paperwork. Access paperwork. All that's being protected. I mean, he gave me the game on possibly everything. Possibly everything. He gave me the game. So there was like no issue when it came to what I needed to learn. I've been through level 1s, level 2s. Excuse me. I never had a level 1. I've had 4 inspections, 2 level 2s and 2 I think that was it. 2 level 2s and 2 level 3s. But I keep the truck so clean, like I said in my last video. And now they got a bug in here. I keep the truck so clean. They literally didn't inspect the vehicle. I talked about that on the last video. They said if you keep the company truck so clean and I mean just spectacular, how could you miss anything? So anyways, getting back to that, you let me know if your if your company, JB Hunt, Warner, whoever, Express, blah blah blah. Let me know. We're gonna fact check, and I send you $100. $100. If it is, I send you $100. But I don't think nobody can beat this program, man. I don't think nobody can. Nobody can beat this program. This program is so on point that I got a fly in here. But anyways, I think this program is so on point. I don't think nobody can beat it. So anyways, y'all let me know in the comments. And if yours is better, I ain't got no problem. I send you $100. But I don't think it is. But if it is, I send you $100. My word is my bond. All right? And this could be a blessing to the next trucker. You might need a meal. Might need to get some extra accessories or something like that. Or, things happen. So, an extra $100 can go a long way. All right? So, I'm not going to ask you to hit the like and subscribe button because I ain't doing it for that. I'm just doing it just to throw information out there, be a helping hand, be a blessing. So anyways, if you feel like it, hit subscribe, that's cool. But I'm not asking you to. But I am asking you, and this goes out to my man Deviator. I see you out there, Deviator. This goes out to him. Check his channel out. He got a great channel too. This goes out. So, $100. All right? Love y'all. Be safe out there. Talk to y'all soon. Peace.